Welcome back to Linda's Prepper Kitchen. If you're looking for ways you can store your eggs for long term, I'm going to show you a way today. There's many other methods and this is just one of them. But I'm going to show you how to do two different types of eggs. So let me turn around and show you what I'm talking about. So today we're going to be talking about store-bought eggs. We're going to dehydrate some fresh, well not fresh, but store-bought whole eggs. As well as I have a container of the Great Value 100% liquid egg whites. And I'm going to pour these on a tray and see how these come out as well. So let me get you set up. We're going to go over here. We're going to get these eggs into my blender and get them all blended up. So let's go on over to the counter. Alright guys, so y'all, I'm using my food processor or blender. It's the Ninja blender. If you're curious, I will also have my Amazon link down below. If you would like to use any of the products that I'm using today, feel free to use my link. It would help my channel out, as well as my email and my mailing address are listed in the description box below as well. And feel free to utilize those. Email me, write me. I would love to hear from you. All right, so let's get started. Let me get this off. I get it off. All right, y'all, I thought I was recording. I got 2 eggs on in the bottom here. I finally got the lid off and I got 2 eggs in there. I'm gonna put about 12 to 15 eggs in here, crack them up and get them in here. And after I finish that, then I will bring you back and show you what the next step is. All right, see y'all in a minute. I also just want to add, y'all, that you could save these shells for your compost. They're great in your vegetable garden. So, yeah, save your shells. All right, I did get the whole 18 count egg in there. So let me just put the lid back on. I am going to blend these up and get them into a nice smooth consistency. And then I'll bring you back. I would do it, but it's going to be loud. So I'll bring you right back. All right, now that is done. Let me take this out. Got them all nice and whipped up. Let's get these over to the dehydrator. All right, y'all, so here we are. Got the eggs. We're over here at my dehydrator. Y'all, I am using, today, I'm using my Nesco food and jerky dehydrator. If you want to check it out, I do have the Nesco Garden Master. That is the digital one, but y'all, I think the plain Jane, of course it does have the dial, let me show you, is my favorite. Maybe it's just because it's the first one I got, but this is my favorite. This is the one we're using. I may have to use the other one to do the liquid eggs, but let's get to this one. Also, y'all, if you want to, you can check out these Bright Kitchen silicone to do your eggs on. I got these on Amazon. They came in a set of 4 for $21. Make sure you do get the one with the lip. All right, so the trick to this, I want to guess, because this is my second time of trying this. I did not have the silicone liners last time I tried it. I just had the fruit leather that just has a slight lip on here. I might have to use some of these to try the liquid eggs. We'll see. But yeah, so this looks like it's going to be much better. So we're just going to pour a thin, y'all, thin layer of eggs on these sheets right here. I'm just going to take my spoon and spread it around because I don't want too much of it. And I think I might even got too much on here. I might take some of this off. I did. So give me a second. I'm going to use a spoon and spoon some of this back off. Hold on. Okay guys, I've got all my eggs in. I even had to use my leather tray. But I have them all in my dehydrator, and I got it set on between 140 and 145 degrees. You could even go in between 130. I would say 130. Let's go back up here, 135 and 140 degrees. And we'll just let these go from 10 to 12 hours or until it's completely dry. Let me get you set up on my other dehydrator and let's take a look at these liquid egg whites. Liquid egg whites. All right, I did finish off my liquid eggs. on the other small leather tray I had that fits my other dehydrator, but I didn't have an extra tray for it, so it's here. All right, so let's try these liquid eggs. I don't know how much of these will fit in here. The expiration on these are March 21st of 22. We'll see. They still smell good and look good. So let's get this onto the tray. And I'm gonna fill the rest of this up till I run out of trays, and then I'll bring it back. As you can see, I've done made a mess. We'll see, y'all. We'll see. Yeah. So I've got them all on my trays. I think it's the tray below that I might have overfilled with the egg whites. I don't know. We'll see. So I'm putting it down. Same thing with this dehydrator. It's going down for 140 degrees. I'm going to set the timer because this one does have a timer on it. I'm going to set it for 12 hours, and then I'll check it. And I'll bring you back when it's done. Alright guys, it's about 16 hours later. Let's take a look at the eggs. Nice and dry. Did you see how they look greasy? I didn't put nothing like that on them. Yeah, they're nice and dry. Let's go here and take a look at these other ones on the other dehydrator. Alright, so let's take a look at these egg whites. As you see, you can hardly see, almost like really spun. Yeah. Let's take a look at the next one. Now these here is ones I made a mess on. Nice and powdery. Yeah, so I'm going to get these off here and we'll move on to the next step. I'll show you. I'll be right back. Alright, so let's get a closer look at these eggs. So these, like I said, these were on here approximately, see how they're just crumbling in my hands. These were on there approximately 16 hours, I would say. I put them on about 3 or 4 o'clock yesterday afternoon. And I got up at 6:30 this morning. That's how long they were on there. So yeah. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the eggs. Now this is the ones I had on my silicone tray. This is the leather tray. Y'all, I highly recommend these silicones over these because I used the leather trays that came with the dehydrator. I made a huge mess in my other one. So I just recommend these. Yeah. So let's get these off and then I'm going to get these onto this parchment paper. And then we're going to get these into a grinder. Let me show you the grinder I have. Like I said, all the things that I'm using in my videos and any of my videos, I'll have my link down below for Amazon. It doesn't cost you a thing. If you don't mind, please use my link. If you're in search, they don't allow us to link certain products anymore. But I can just leave my link, and if you go in there and you Google search and you Amazon search for anything, whether it's a laundry soap or toilet paper or a specific item I'm using, it'll help my channel out and it doesn't cost you a thing. But I'm using the KitchenAid coffee grinder is what I'm using. If you're curious, I'm going to get all these off of my trays and onto my parchment paper. I'm going to grind them up. Then we're going to take a look at it. I'm going to do the egg whites separately. So let me get this done and I'll bring you back. One more thing I want to add, y'all. When you put your egg mixture into you can use a stand mixer or just a handheld hand beater mixer, which would probably be the best thing to use. I did use my Ninja. It's early, y'all. I have a loss of words. I did use my Ninja blender. And what I did is I blended mine too much and it got frothy. So as you see on my tray here, a little bit of this here is the frothiness. If I wouldn't have blended it so much, then I would have had more of this. But either way it goes, it's still going to all dehydrate up. See how these are just wonderful? They bend, and I love it. You can rub it together to get anything that's on there off, which I have some of this frothiness. It's just little crumbs. I love these and highly recommend these. Thank you, Double D Homestead, for sharing with us about these egg silicones. That's what I mean about a sharing, caring community, y'all. Leave your tips and tricks down below. All right, y'all, so here it is. It's all on my parchment paper. This is the dehydrated whole eggs. Now I'm going to do it through the process of getting it in the grinder, make a powder out of it, and we will put it into my 64-ounce jar, and we'll take a look at it. I will let you know after I put it through the grinder and show y'all. We are going to make an egg, but then I am going to put it all back on the hot dehydrator again to ensure that it is completely dry. Y'all, your eggs are going to last you 10 plus years. I think that's amazing and wonderful, and I'm going to use the same word again. Game changer for me is these silicone mats, because I tried these before. It made such a mess trying to use those leather trays that I gave up in frustration. So, all right, so let me go ahead and get these through this grinder, and I'll bring you back. All right, guys, so there's how much I got for 18 eggs. It is, let's see, what is that marking say? I don't know, but it's, all right, so I'm going to get these egg whites done, which is not going to be very many at all. Then we're going to get us some scrambled eggs going. Bring you back. All right, I just wanted to give you a quick close-up on these, and I did lose a lot of these egg whites because that's, for the most part, what spilled out. And I did have a big mess going on over there. But here's what they look like. As you can see. Let's just see what we get out of them. Let me get them onto the parchment paper and into the jar. I'm going to put them into this little pint-sized jar, and we'll go from there. There it is on the parchment paper. Not very much. But let me get it in the grinder. Okay, I want to show you something. This came out in a real powder form. This is powder, but it's not as powdery as this. Just wanted to show you. All right, so this is what we got. You see, just very tiny bit because I spilt most of it. But it came out in a real powdery, like dusty powdery form, where these eggs did not. So like I said, these are going, now that these are going to go back on the dehydrator, but we're still going to go ahead and rehydrate them and do an egg so that we can, you know, we want to know what it looks like, what it tastes like. So that's what we're about to do now. Let me get you over here to the stove, and we'll make us an egg, some scrambled eggs. All right, y'all, I'm just going to put a little bit of this Great Value vegetable shortening on here. Get it melting up just a little bit. Don't need a lot. All right, and while that's melting up, let's go over here and let's get our eggs dehydrated, or rehydrated, should I say. All right, so I'm going to put 2 tablespoons of dehydrated egg on down into my bowl here. 1. I do plan to fill this sucker up too, let me tell you. All right, now I'm going to start off with 3 tablespoons of water. And this is just lukewarm water. 2. 3. Had to get a fork. We would just add a little bit more water as needed so we get the right consistency. As you see, it's already starting to look that eggy texture. Let's add 1 more. This will make 4. We can get it beat up. So it reconstitutes really quick. I would say for me, now you be the judge on what you think on how much water to add to your eggs. But for me, it's double the amount. Like I put 2 tablespoons of egg. I have 4 tablespoons of water. All right. So So let me get you turned around over here and we will get to frying it up on a plate and we'll give it a taste. All right, I'm going to judge by texture and taste. You know, because texture is a big thing sometimes. There's the egg. But I'll tell you right now, for me, there's no difference in the taste or the texture. So these are wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. I take back anything I've ever said about trying to dehydrate eggs. But let me tell you, for the long storage, like I told you, mine are going back on the dehydrator. I want to make sure that they are perfectly dry, y'all, perfectly dry. So I'm now going to put them back on the dehydrator. Then I'm going to put them in my jar, and I'm going to use my vacuum sealer on the jar to remove all the air from the jar and seal it up for long term. Then you keep it in a cool, dark area. These eggs will last you 10 plus years, y'all. All right, Nene from Nene's Prepping Kitchen and Double D Homestead, thank you so, so much. I truly appreciate you putting your video out, which inspired me to try this again. Because now I'm going to have eggs for 10 plus years. I will be filling that jar up, y'all. All right, y'all. Keep on keeping on. Give me a thumbs up. Hit that like. Well, that's the same thing. And please subscribe and tap that bell so you can be notified every time I upload. Y'all keep on keeping on. I'll see you next time back at Linda's Prepper Kitchen. Bye, y'all.